All right. Let's see
America.
if we're live. I think we are. You ever notice I have a different live voice than my regular voice?
Yes.
It's kind of more a game show host this
Are we actually
time.
live?
Yeah, we actually are live. I'm getting ready to share it here in just a second if my phone will cooperate. I think the coronavirus done got dead too. And tell me it was going through the phone
How
lines.
much
What?
better is YouTube than Facebook?
YouTube, it shows in 1080p, but their servers are so much better.
Like mine will drop every now and again.
Facebook.
Is that the
Right.
reason?
That's probably me. That's probably not yours. It's probably my
Well, I do live out in the country.
my bandwidth. So, but what's up, guys? I'll throw the money on the screen. There I am. How are y'all? Hopefully, you see they need to man. Come on, look at the beard. You know what's going on.
Patty on there.
Put Patty on there. Pre Patty, then post Patty. So, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a good afternoon. I don't know how many people caught the whole Trump announcement thing.
That shit was say the virus.
It was just a repeat of yesterday.
Yeah.
But yet somehow new. There were some people talking about, he's going to do an emergency ban. That's what I kept hearing since last night. He was going to do a interstate ban and travel ban within the United States. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, you cannot control what people catch. You can only control once they have it. And this is just so out of hand. Hey, Virginia, thank you for watching on YouTube. We're going to actually be going to do a giveaway Thursday for YouTube viewers. So if you do not have us on YouTube, make sure you go and check us out. Let me see if I can pop that up there real quick. Boom, there it is. So y'all make sure y'all go check us out on YouTube.
Is it only a YouTube giveaway?
It will be only a YouTube giveaway to kind of jump it off. I'll be able to see who all's on YouTube. Yep, we'll figure it out. But either way, it's going to work. But we have Mr. Kevin in here. Mr. Kev says something about he's going to be helping the community out, and I'm going to let him kind of just spill those beans, man. Get close to it as much as you can. Talk loud because you got a kind of a soft voice, so might have to crank yours up just a hair. Go ahead.
I got bad hearing, so
There you go.
I think I talk louder than I really do. That's the issue.
Oh, you're good.
Kind of fusses at me all the time. But yeah, so I guess it was like Saturday or Friday or something. I put up a post about I could kind of see what was coming, that the school was going to, end up closing, and I kind of just put out there, if anybody, is reliant on these school lunches or breakfasts or whatever it is, and if it was going to put them in a hole and tight spot, that just contact me. I would either reach out to a food bank or a church or, heck, go to McDonald's or Taco Bell and grab a big pack of something to feed the kids. But, yeah, they ended up closing schools. And luckily, President Trump actually, they put in there, and I heard it from Government Master, but put in there where they implement the summer program like they do, during the summer, be able to come by, eat. The students be able to eat or whatever. And so that's kind of what they're doing now, but it's got a little, twist to it because they don't want the kids there. So I reached out last night to a lady that works at Johnsville and asked her what she asked the principal. And I asked deputies, Kevin Smith, to ask also. And they got back to me this morning and said, yeah, it wouldn't be a problem. And I did have a few families reach out to me and needed assistance, whether it was get the lunch or either get it to them, because I put up another post last night if it was an issue with them getting transportation because our county isn't doing the bus stop thing that some of the other counties and school districts are doing right now, which they're working on, I found out. But if that was the issue, I would go pick the lunch up or whatever I need to do and bring it to you. And I had a few families reach out. And I ended up talking with Coach Langenfield down at Union County. He actually gave me some info about the program. The way it works in the summertime, you come in, and a student, whether it don't matter what grade you're in or nothing, but you have to eat the food there. Like, you can't take nothing out to school. It's basically like a liability problem, so to speak. And and thought that might be an issue at first because obviously I don't need 20 bags of food in my truck and look like I'm hoarding food, uh, but they kind of seen what I was doing, and obviously most of them's got Facebook and seen I was actually trying to get some of these families, because a couple families have autistic children and stuff like that, and it's kind of, or got jobs, and kind of it's hard to coordinate if they got
Oh
one
yeah.
vehicle and their other half is at work. But ended up getting a few families today. I wanted to come on here to spread the word, because it didn't take me no time to get it to those families. But Sunday afternoon, I talked to Brad Goodall. He called me after I found out I was going to have a few families, and obviously they do this a lot more than I do, and have resources in food banks and churches and stuff that can come out and help these families. And what my goal, so to speak, is if this was a problem, that if this little bit was putting you in a hole or a tight spot, then you obviously got more going on than the coronavirus shutting down everything. So uh, I asked them, do they need further assistance than just this? And a couple of families obviously do, because they got multiple children, or I mean everybody gets in a bind,
Right.
and need help every now and again. It's just the ego thing, and everybody's got pride, and the first step to it is asking for help. So
Yeah.
luckily I got C4 Ministries kind of partnering with me.
Right.
Brad Goodall and Bill and Kenny O over there,
Yeah.
and I know they're eager to help if whoever's needing the help.
Yeah, and you gotta, like I say, you gotta make sure the people you're helping actually need help.
Right.
There's a lot of people out there who would take advantage of stuff like this,
Yep.
but
And one thing I did to kind of battle that is get them to send me their name of the kid,
Yeah.
get to send me the grade of the kid's in, and that way, something comes back. Hey, no,
mhm.
I don't obviously need all this food. This is
Yeah.
for somebody that is in need.
Yep. I see Judy said, I'm glad it's being taken seriously now. I think she's talking about the coronavirus. I don't think at any point that nobody wasn't taking it seriously. I just think sometimes you can take some things too seriously, and I believe that's actually what's occurring right now. That's my opinion now. Because if you look and see most of these deaths that are happening, they're either happening even in all across the world. They're either happening in areas where they don't have a good healthcare system.
Right.
Everybody keeps wanting to point out Italy. Italy's got a universal healthcare system, but that does not mean it works. Anywhere you look and they got universal anything, it's typically not very good. And over here in the United States, where we do have a pretty decent healthcare system, it's expensive, but it is very decent. The people who are dying are elderly, and it's because they don't have the immune system to fight this off. That's why you're seeing so many deaths happening in nursing homes. Is there something wrong? Why you kept jumping up and jumping up, and I'm like, what in the world? But
Not me.
oh God,
Yeah, gotcha.
there it is. Lord have mercy. But we just, I think everybody, the thing that Trump is not saying, and the media, of course, ain't gonna say it, is calm down. He's telling people it's under control. This is not something you can really control. You can only control, like you say, the people that have it. You can't really control the people who you don't know who has it. Now they're talking about don't be in a group of more than 10 people, that this is going to take till the end of August before life is back to normal. I mean, that is extreme to me. And maybe he's just trying to do that so it doesn't turn into another swine flu epidemic or something. But I don't see the coronavirus being, because the swine flu and things like that, they were taking out, healthy young people.
Right.
This is not.
Yeah, it took out millions of people.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know. A lot of people are on the fence if it's an overreaction or if it's,
Hey, Amy.
with something like that, you want to be more cautious and be on the safe
Yeah.
side, I guess. But it's crazy to think it's basically shut the world down. I
Yeah,
mean, but at the same time, to put it in perspective, there's been call it 70 deaths in the United States. Well, like 45 or 40 of them has been in Washington State, and within that, it's like, what'd you say, 20 was in that one nursing home?
That one nursing home.
So I mean, like I said, you want to be cautious, but I don't know about stopping everyday activities and just like the we was worried about the interstate thing, like we was
Yeah.
talking. They kind of touched on it. We thought they was gonna go there,
Yeah, thank God.
but
That would have
like
been
I was
stupid.
saying, like how do you implement that?
Yeah, that would be tough on law enforcement and Amy says I'm worried about many residents in nursing homes who are going to grieve themselves to death because they can't see their loved ones, and that's
Right.
true. I get it, but at the same time, it is for their protection. That way, you can continue seeing them. Unfortunately, but the thing that gets to me is that okay, these people who are dying in these nursing homes, if I was to walk in there with the coronavirus, okay, that could potentially kill them.
All right.
Could not the same thing happen if I walked in there with a cold
Yeah.
or flu?
I think
Of course, it can.
like Hannah, she did a couple years of nursing school. She about graduated. Just my situation happened and stuff, so life happened. But we decided her not to, just be a stay at home mom. I'm fortunate enough to do that. But she was smart as a tack, and like she was explaining to me is, yeah, we've had the flu come around and stuff, and like within these vaccines, you get flu shots and stuff. Well, and like they were saying, many people has probably had the coronavirus. It's just this typical strand that nobody has because it's man made. Like we was talking about
Yes.
earlier over in China, and a lot of conspiracies out there. If it was trying to bring down the economy and things with Bill Gates, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't. They did not. And the reason I believe there's something up with Bill Gates.
Yeah.
How much coverage have you seen about that?
Right? You seen him?
Zero.
Only thing you seen was him step down from Microsoft.
That's it.
That was it.
And ever since then, he ain't said nothing else about it.
Right.
That is a major.
Yeah.
That is as close to President Trump resigning from presidency as you can get. He's one of the richest men in the world, one of the biggest software companies ever will ever be, and he just steps down, and everybody's like, "Oh, have a nice retirement."
And that's like I was seeing on the Hodge twins, they're conservative guys, and they was showing that there was actually some the DOD actually arrested two professors, Harvard professors, I think, that was caught bringing the files back of the virus into the states. They caught them at the border or coming off the plane, I think it was, and just to think how scary that is.
Hey, that's terroristic activity in my opinion.
Yep.
But we just wanted to let people know about this that you had going on, and if anybody needs to get in contact with Kevin, if you know a family that's right now kind of struggling due to this whole thing, they need possible meals or something like that. Make sure you send him a message. There's his name.
Yeah,
right there on the
and
screen.
like Kyle's kind of going to, if you don't have means of transportation, because like I said, our county does not have the bus drop off at their bus stops yet. From what I told, that they're working on it, but for the time being, if you don't have transportation or if your vehicle's broke down or you don't have one vehicle in the house, inbox me on Facebook. My post has been shared. Kyle's going to tag me in this. So inbox somebody and get in contact with me. I don't have a problem bringing anybody food because in this country, nobody should be starving to death, and especially not kids. But the way it worked today is they gave me the lunch for today, and then they gave me the breakfast for tomorrow. And I told the people that I dropped off today that I'll be back tomorrow too. So, like I said, anybody that needs to get in contact with me, please do, or ask Kyle somehow to get in contact with us. Don't be ashamed or afraid, because everybody needs help, and we all need people.
That's it. Ashley says, how many people had this before they started looking? January, February was crazy with negative flu tests and awful colds. They said was URI or viral syndrome. All these flu-related deaths may not be flu-related, and that's possibly true. That's very well true, but that doesn't necessarily mean also that it was a coronavirus. There was a doctor who said, by the way that this epidemic has spread, one doctor said it almost looks like it's on the down because it's probably been worldwide for a while now, and that most people have probably already had it. And when I started listening to him, back in January, I didn't have a cold. I had congestion and I had a real bad sore throat.
It's terrible this year with sinuses. The first year I've had it.
I thought it might have been sinuses, but it was just real bad throat. And I could have very well had it at that point, but
and you can't seem to get over it.
Yeah.
Like, that was my problem. I could get okay, but I couldn't get over that hump where I felt normal again.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go to the doctor to get a steroid shot and stuff. So
Yep.
it's annoying.
God, them things hurt too.
Yeah.
Man.
Gives
But
you gives you energy for that day, and that's it.
that's it, man. Yes, he is, Mr. David. Yes, he is. Thank you, Josh. And Josh, you be careful as well, sir.
And we had a great response that that post I put up first. Man, I had like 360 shares on the thing.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
awesome, man.
But
it was awesome. Keep your prayers for Union County Fire and EMS, police in this county. They have to run calls. Never know what to expect. That's right. Be considerate. If you're sick and you need to call 911, let the 911 dispatcher know that you are in fact sick. Don't care what it is. Let them know so they can pre-warn the officers, so that way when they come, most of them are going to have on gloves for the most part, but a lot of them don't. And that'll give them opportunity to put gloves on, and when they come and talk to you, they know to kind of keep their distance and all that. Let them know. Just be, that's just one little thing that you can do to help. You know what I mean? So, and just continue doing the same thing. The whole stay out of big crowds thing, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, listen,
I don't like big crowds anyway.
I don't either, but I mean, if you're going to catch it, you're more so going to catch it from something.
Yeah.
You're going to catch it from money. You got bills and dollars and stuff like that. That is the nastiest thing that you have in your house, probably.
Yeah.
So if you want to, disinfect that. But just like that guy, that basketball player, he signed an autograph and sent it to a little boy through the mail. He caught the coronavirus, supposedly, through that. So
probably the mailbox store's fault.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Patty.
I don't know why Rudy don't come by here no more. We have a lot of NBA stars that come through here a lot. So it's on the down now. I guess we're ruined. LeBron ain't coming through. What happened? Oh, God. So the library is closed. So we can fax, we can copy, color copies, whatever you need. We can mail stuff off through the post office. And this no offense to the post office. Let me tell you something. Post office, I wouldn't go in that place during regular times because, man, when people coming up in there, boy, they are just, that's all I hear. When I walk in the door, that's all I'm hearing, coughing. Ugh, ugh. I mean, it's all the time. And I cannot imagine that these people probably go around there and disinfect their counters probably every day. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying there's a pretty high chance that they don't. So we do it every day here. So if you would like to mail, you can mail your stuff through the post office here, buy your stamps here, whatever you need. We were supposed to be closed this week, and apparently that was not meant to be. So I decided to go ahead and open this week during this, and then when it dies off, I'll finally get my week off and get my little break. But until then, we'll be open from 10 until 3. That's what we're looking at. Maybe we were thinking about maybe 2, but because we're tired, we need rest, and it's got nothing to do with the virus. I had this planned about a month and a half ago, and it got ruined. Kevin had to bring this little vial of bird poop flu.
Snuck it in my shoes.
Yeah, man.
If y'all could have seen Kyle earlier today, I scared him to death. Hey, is it on the cameras?
It's not.
Ooh,
well, I don't know. It might be. No, it won't.
it ain't.
No, it sure won't. No. Ooh. Kevin scared the out of me, so payback's coming. Foot race.
I got to trip you up as soon as you start.
But guys, we appreciate Kevin doing that, and if you can help Kevin, if you're able to help him in this situation, also message him with that.
Because when the weekend comes, some of these kids ain't got food, and like I said earlier, if this is putting them in a little hole, it's obviously a bigger issue.
Yeah.
So any less stress added, especially if coming from somebody's mouth. I mean, just eating and giving a little stress and taking something off their plate is an awesome idea. And like I said, just get in contact with me, or even if you got to get in contact with Brad Goodall, and we can set something up, because I'd like to get them set up for something for the weekend and when school is out. I don't want somebody to be budget crunching just because they're worried about their kids eating.
Yeah. And I seen somebody was asking, do we have someone that's working at the nursing home here in Union? I'll try to see if I can get a hold of somebody and try to find a few areas. I would love to get a doctor. You're obviously not doing nothing right now. Time off. You're getting a break. I mean, no offense. I would, it'd be great to have a doctor maybe stop by, come on, call something, and kind of tell people about this disease. And
Might be
I
easier
don't
to get like a PA to come in
know. Yeah,
just because they ain't
maybe
not as busy on this.
then Patty can't even get
A
her.
dentist.
She's got a cavity here. She can't even get her cavity fixed because of the dentist office.
2 cavities.
They said, yeah, 2 of them. They're real small and they're getting bigger. So it's ridiculous. She's like, they're only doing emergencies. I'm like, that would be a show. Emergency dentist office. That would be a show.
That would be a nasty show. That'd be rated R.
Well, they got the sex put me in the hospital, whatever that is. I mean, it can't get no worse than that. So it's, hey, Patricia, how are you? But guys, I just want to thank Kevin for coming on. We wanted to give a quick update on that. Trump don't get into 10 people or less. So if you got 9 people around, you're safe.
What if you do?
You get what I'm saying?
You kick one out and get another one in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's a little ridiculous. This is the first time I've been a little questionable with Trump's methods, but I don't think it's necessarily Trump's methods. It's the people around him telling him what to do.
It's uncharted waters for him.
Yeah.
He's usually in control of stuff, and it's like it's something medical.
And
Obviously,
he
you don't know nothing
loves
about.
using that word.
Oh, yeah.
He loves using that word, and he needs to stop. He's like, we're in complete control. You're not.
It's
just,
not a proactive thing.
That's it.
That's the thing. It's a reactive thing.
Yeah.
Once somebody's sick, then you can do something.
You can handle it.
It's too hard to be proactive.
And it'll kind of help you kind of track how this thing's moving. Unfortunately, we can't track it unless people get sick. If they don't get sick, we have no way of tracking it.
Keep it on the West Coast.
Yes.
It is.
New York, California, Seattle, those 3 places are just slammed with this stuff.
Yeah.
But
what about you? You show tomorrow?
Show tomorrow. Mr. Sherfield will be on tomorrow unless
Should be good.
unless something changes between now and then. But definitely be glad to have him on. And Robbie Hines is now a candidate. We'll try to schedule something up with him if he's wanting to come on as well and be a part of the debate.
I got a question about that. I didn't even ask you yet.
Yeah.
So on his statement, what did you take that as?
I took it that he was fired
Okay.
because
I don't know.
to me, if he resigned and the sheriff immediately accepted it, I felt like he would have worded that a little differently. He'd be like, today I resigned. Today was my last day.
Well, I know it's a department discretion type deal with.
Yeah.
Because I got a buddy that's running for Anderson Sheriff, and he works in Greenville K9, and they let him continue to do it and campaign, which is kind of neat. But I guess on a small county like this, it's kind of hard to, and you're within that department. But
Yeah.
I didn't know. At first, I used to think it was mandatory you had to, but I guess department-wise, it comes down to the
I don't see a
sheriff.
big deal. I mean, the man's got to still feed
I think
his
as long as
family.
you're not running against that sheriff within the county, that might be a little weird. I don't know if it's still a conflict of interest, though. It's just kind of between the two people. It's kind
I
of
would hope that one day we'll have people who are grown up and go, okay, you feel like you can do your job better than me. Okay, well, that's fine. You keep working, run against me, and if that's what people want, that's what they're going to vote for. Like that episode of Andy Griffith when he decided he was going to move counties. He decided to stay there, but Barney was going to be the only person on the ballot, and Andy was having to be a write-in, and he said, if that's when Barney decided to actually debate him, and and Andy was like, well, he didn't take it personally.
right.
If they want him, that's
It's also
it.
a TV show.
But it's also true though, as it shows you the
Professionalism.
I don't know, just courteousness or grown upness. People now are very childish, and
It's like people, like we're saying, like people that hold on to information
yeah.
against these candidates, so to speak. It's
God,
like,
yeah,
just let people know, man. Like,
Well,
put
Barney
everything
did
out
that.
every weekend, and
he did do that.
everybody. It's Barney 5 again.
He did that. He started bringing out
That way
things
you
on
have
Andy.
you have everything
Yeah.
out there. But hey, whatever.
The problems back then were very minimum
Yeah.
if you could look at it now.
I mean, the world was black and white then.
Yes, sir, it was. We didn't get color till what, 1960? No, 19.
You was old enough then. I'm
Yeah, I
not.
was somewhere in that area.
I'm
Yeah,
not. You
only
were-
about 25 years later.
Oh.
How old are you, Kevin?
29.
I'm 35, man. You act like, man, am I that old? Am I getting there?
I don't know.
I ain't
I
hit
always
that
look
hill yet.
older compared to Hannah. She's actually older than me.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, always thinking.
Patty's older than me too. I'm gonna go with that.
I give it trouble with her because she's like 6 months older than me. She's already 30.
David Green says malfeasance. And
Malfeasance.
Amy said he told her he was fired. And I'm keep hearing that, that he was fired. His daughter was on last night and said he wasn't fired. So I don't know. I want to get it from him. I'm no longer going to speculate. I'm going to get it from him.
But do you put in a leave for absence or leave of absence, or do you put in your resignation?
He said in his page, that he was putting in his resignation.
Yeah, because he's got the years
Yeah.
in, obviously, so it really don't matter.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation. Like you say, it's a TV show, but man, we could learn some stuff from that TV show because it just being grown about some of these decisions and quit being so childish. You're not going to be sheriff forever, and I would never stand in the way of somebody wanting to try to better not only themselves but people around them. And if they feel like they can do a better job than I can doing something,
Yeah,
come on in.
and even if you get in there, steal some of these good ideas that you think it might not be your idea. But
Yeah.
if it sounds decent, it sounds like it can help everybody. Just go with
Can't
it.
find nobody to do that no more. They don't feel like if it ain't their idea, it doesn't matter. So Jamie Davis will save us all. We are going to put Jamie Davis in the virus in a cage and let him just battle it out.
I've never seen a military retirement form. His
Yeah.
DD-214. I've never seen somebody so decorated and such a lethal guy with his hands.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. On a serious note, seeing somebody like him who constantly brags, about military, and then he goes and acts the way he does. I mean, let me ask you something. Let's say he was still in the military. How would that be handled?
He'd probably get reprimanded by getting demoted, getting some pay took away. Because you don't act like that.
Is things like that ever handled in
Oh, yeah.
a locker room type situation?
They have been.
Yeah.
I remember in basic training, a guy got us in trouble on guard duty. He fell asleep on guard duty. And he had his PTs under his fatigues, which is a big no-no.
Mm.
And he got caught and got us all in trouble. We all had to stay up like the whole night. And
Wow.
he didn't get no sleep the next night.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And he ended up wanting to run away. So they able.
God.
Yeah, they went ahead and got him out the Army.
Ah.
But even like you said, people would sit there and brag about it. Most of the time, people didn't do crap, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes down to that.
Yeah, I know one guy who's just like that. And it's not Jamie, it's somebody else. But I ain't gonna give him the.
Yeah, if they got to
Pleasure.
do all that, it's like just
Yep.
it's kind of like going back to the sheriff stuff. Just go off your resume. You ain't gotta do all that crazy
Your
stuff.
your work will prove itself.
Right.
Look at Sheriff Wright. I mean, he
Right.
never really see him on TV. His work just proves for itself. So, but we'll have to get you in here one day, man. We'll have to let you tell some of them stories, man. I always find it very interesting. You ever seen the movie 13 Hours?
Yeah,
It's a good
Love
movie.
that
Man.
movie.
It's a great movie.
I try to get everybody to watch it before the 2016 election.
Yeah.
I
I always
pretty
like to, anytime I run the military people, I always like to ask them, how
Yeah.
accurate.
Uh,
You know.
the-
I mean, I know
I
it's
don't know.
got dramatics in it,
Right,
of
it
course. It's
does.
got to.
I don't know, man. You got to take bits and pieces from every movie. I think, of course, Chris Kyle's movie is pretty good for of course he was a sniper, so he wasn't really within the platoon
No.
that much. But his is pretty accurate. 13 Hours is the biggest thing that gets me with those movies. Is they have like don't have like a 30-round magazine and they're constantly shooting. It's like,
Constant shooting, never
sometimes you got to
reload-
change
yeah.
the mag. I
We're
mean, come
never
on.
reloading.
Yeah, but I do love that movie. I actually got a DVD.
I love
I'll
it,
watch
yep.
it every now and again
Yep.
in case the
I love it.
coronavirus breaks out.
Patty
Got nothing to watch.
Patty loves it because Jim's in it. She loves that. It's a
How
good
you say
movie.
his
but
last name?
Cravats.
One of those Midwestern names.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
say it.
crazy. He's a great actor though. They found a good one to do him.
Yeah.
In that movie.
But yeah, heck, I should hit that. CBS surprised me with SEAL Team.
Yeah,
Have you watched it?
I haven't. I don't think I've watched that one yet.
That is probably the most accurate I've ever seen. And for CBS, I'm like, Jesus,
Right.
surprised it's even stayed on this long. But still, it's pretty spot on for him.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man, and we appreciate what you do and what you did, and it would be nice if Jamie would kind of turn the page and act like that, but I think he needs a little help right now before
I'm
he can
telling
do
you,
that
man,
stuff.
like he really needs. It's like he actually has problems for real. Like with all seriousness, he's out there.
Yeah, he needs some medication to calm him down.
There's no way his wife and stepdaughter is
okay with that.
I mean, there's no way.
It's like I say, maybe somebody needs to do a welfare check with them.
Oh crap! It's kind of like the California law type deal when the woman gets beat all the time and she turns around and kills him, and they kind of don't get off, but
yeah,
she's under so much stress. I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know none of them.
Yeah,
never even heard of him.
I can't imagine that's a fun living situation, with him constantly. I mean, and this girl is apparently going to school, right? She's going to school, but these videos that are being recorded, they're being recorded at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, how in the hell are you doing studies?
Can't figure out how to record a video. Why can't you just stand in their light like everybody else? It's like some old scene from a movie or something. Or he's got his camera like way at the bottom. I'm like, dude, come on, it's 2020. Get your daughter to set a camera up or something. You can get one of those selfie poles and be a whole lot better than that.
But hopefully he gets some help. But Kevin, we appreciate it, man. And I'm gonna go home and try to figure out how to. I'm gonna get a cure for this virus.
Just quarantine up.
We're gonna make some elixirs. We're gonna get my Harry Potter one that my niece got for me from the Universal Studios. And
I saw a great meme about the whole thing of this. It said, "Day 3 of no sports. Found out my wife likes yellow."
Yeah.
Who likes yellow?
I still don't know. I still don't know what Patty's is, and frankly, I'll watch reruns of sports before I try to find out.
Yeah, that's it.
I think I'll go home and watch 13 hours now. So, but Kevin, thank you for being on, brother. Thank y'all guys. We just wanted to give you a quick update. We'll be back tomorrow night, unless, like I say, something changes. We will have Johnny Sherfield in running for sheriff in Union County. We'll be on tomorrow night at 7. Thank y'all guys. Y'all take it easy.